Leo. This is part 2 of my readings on or for the new moon, the solar eclipse, and the solstice. I planned on getting all the signs in one reading, and I just can't do it. So I'm dividing it up into 4 quadrants. So we're going to start off this video with your reading and then move into Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. My dog is back here rolling around. Okay, so you can refer to the first intro if you want to on the first video for this series for any other information. I'm going to be doing the readings kind of off camera, and then I'll come back on once the cards are pulled. So your Moonology card says step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay, so I'm going to read out of the book. You might also want to consult your natal chart and find out what your North Node is, and make sure that you can check in with my readings. I'm actually doing a series on North Node readings. I think they're very important. So you can check that or go to any of your favorite astrologers and see what's going on. With that, I'm sorry, I just suddenly got super tired again, right during my readings. Stop. So what was I going to do? I was going to read out of this book. Okay. Step out of your comfort zone. It was interesting that your cards really were flying out very, very quickly. Like I didn't even hardly have to ask the question. Very quickly, very specific, except for the final. The final card took forever to get one succinct card. And it's almost like I'm not sure. Well, we'll do the reading. We'll see. Because I really haven't kind of processed everything yet. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. Where would North Node be found? There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow. You've got that all over your cards. Because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? To attune to the moon, I know I'm headed in the right direction, okay? Additional meanings for this card, you're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre, I don't know who that is, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Yes. So this is very strong. We just entered collectively a karmic new nodal axis of Gemini in the North Node, Sagittarius in the South Node, and that kind of like sparked me to do another series of readings for the individual North Node. So check your North Node, check out that reading, and if you don't mind, take some time to like, share, subscribe if you like this reading. Okay, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so what is happening here? So what's the situation is what I asked. On the bottom of the deck is your dreams need a practical plan. So it does seem like you are thinking of something. You do want to, this is full moon in Taurus. But as you know, right now, I will tell you, it's not the time to necessarily move forward. It's the time to do your research. It's the time to tell yourself that, yes, this pull that I'm feeling, this thing that I want to do is for me. And I just need to kind of put it down on paper. Maybe it starts with setting those intentions. It's a new moon, so write out your intentions, right? Try to be a little bit more flexible when you set your intentions for what it has to look like, and be a little bit more specific about the general experience or the or the feeling that you would get, right? Like, I feel joy when I am free to create a schedule that allows me a better balance with work and life. Or I feel joy when I have creativity in my work, or I work with children, or I'm playful, or whatever it is. Okay. So that's one way to start making your practical plan, or creating your practical plan. Another way is to, start listing out all of the different things that you need to do to kind of research this. Maybe you have already researched it. Maybe you just need to go to the next level. Maybe you've researched kind of maybe a salary, if it includes money, right? It might not every purposeful change requires that. It could be that you're leaving a relationship, which it sort of looks like. So maybe you have to research, what would it cost to rent in a specific area that I'm thinking about? Are there any alternative ways in order to make that happen, like getting a roommate, or living in a smaller dwelling, what I thought, you know what I mean? So kind of write these things down, come up with a practical plan. Okay. A good friend told me once, action cancels fear. So just start writing things down, and that can help you to kind of alleviate some of the uncertainties and the things that cause anxiety. I don't see a lot of anxiety in the cards, but it is true whenever we're ready, we're kind of pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone. It can create fear because there's a lot of unknown. We haven't done this before, and maybe we've been given some messages from our culture, or family of origin, or whatever, that we can't move in that direction that is more fulfilling to our soul. And I am a counselor, and so that is actually how I describe anxiety. It's like I want to go in this direction, but everything else or everyone else around me is telling me no. So my life force is pulling me this way, but I can't. And so it starts to feel like this and that, right? That's what anxiety feels like. It's like, so something to consider. Okay, so the first card, what is the situation about? Well, there you go. Can't get any clearer than that. Looks like an eclipse up in the sky to me, and this person is moving towards something more. It's not that what is there is so awful, right? The cups are all upright in this particular card. It's okay, right? I could stay here. I could maintain this relationship, this job, this emotional okay status, like, right? But I don't know, you're being called towards something more. And so this person, is taking action, cloaked in red, moving towards something more fulfilling, towards that ninth cup. asked for clarifier, and we got the Prince of Cups. Okay. So Scorpio energy, what does that mean? Right? What is there a Scorpio in your life? Is it a an is it okay? So see how he has the snake kind of like twisting around his or wrapping around his kind of magic wand here. Is this something that could deal more with I don't know, psychological issues, spirituality, something that just feels more kind of intense? It's just deeper, right? Like you're just something. I just feel like you want to move into something that feels deeper and more, maybe even passionate. Okay, because you know it is, you know, Prince of Cups, Scorpio, but it's a younger energy here. Okay, so focus on, what are we going to focus on? What are we going to set our intentions on? Set our intentions on hope and healing. Okay. Maybe I'm even leaving a Scorpio or something that's too intense. It's I don't know. I don't want to get too in the weeds with all of this, but so I want to move more towards healing. This is Aquarius. I want to focus on hope, right? Knowing that I am a child of the cosmos. I am a being at one underneath, within, and of the stars. I don't have to worry or concern myself. I just have to follow and believe and have hope. Okay. There may be some real, you know, kind of healing needed here. And then we got the Three of Wands. Okay. So I am this divine being that, you know, when I put something out there, when I decide I'm going to create something, I just need to set that intention in my head of what, like I said, you know, what that would feel like, what that would be like, and trust and wait for that that energy to come back to me, and it will. Sometimes it just doesn't look like what we think it will. And again, another young energy, Princess of Pentacles. Okay, so you had full moon Taurus here, and now we've got another kind of Taurus type of card, really connected with the earth, nature, the environment, you know, just kind of, I want to start something. And she, this definitely could also be about business, you know, a business career, maybe working in some sort of the fields of working with the earth, or land, or real estate, or nature. But it's kind of like a beginning movement to manifest something. Action. Action step to take. Death card. Transformation, transmutation. Allow something that is in your life currently to pass. Okay. This is part of life, and we experience death in some way, shape, or form all the time. Of course, there is, our own personal, physical, this 100 years death, but we experience it when we allow a relationship. We allow a relationship to go, like a marriage maybe is ending, or we become empty nesters, or we no longer want to play a role in order to make other people happy, or we graduate, or we or we suddenly become a mother. That's the end of, that's a death to a lot of different freedoms that we have, a lot of taking care of just the self, mother, father, parent, whatever. We watch the sunset go down. So there's nothing to be afraid of but fear. And I understand that fear can be debilitating. So do whatever it is that you can to embrace this part, or this place of where you are in your life, and give it its due respect, and take time to grieve, and take time to, if you were going to like an actual funeral, like what do? We talk about the person. We acknowledge, what light they brought into the world and into our lives, and we maybe even sometimes kind of joke about some of the kind of tougher aspects of that person in our lives, and we need to do that when we grieve any kind of shift in our own phases of life as well. So you may want to take some time to kind of practice being in acceptance of this phase, this time, and give it its due respect, to say, goodbye. I'm going to let this thing, this whatever you're dealing with, pass. Okay, and so the 4 cards that came out to clarify that on here are the 4 of Wands. Okay, you're just going to stay in balance, stay in the flow, stay in acceptance that this is kind of part of the cycle of life. Did I say stay in balance, stable, rest, 2 4s, okay? Again, I don't think this is a time for you to necessarily kind of move forward, but it definitely is a time for you to figure out how you're going to do it. Rest, grieve, reflect, meditate. You've been on a journey, right? Interestingly, you got the 8 of Cups again. Except for in this 8 of Cups, he really is sitting with these cups, and some of them are they broke? I can't remember if they're broken. No, they're some of them are upright, right? It looks like he's at a shipwreck even, almost. and some of them are poured out. Or tipped over, I'm sorry. It does look like there's wind kind of moving through the sky. He's sad. This isn't easy. But he can take with it and with his experience. He's alive, you know, he's fully clothed. He has everything he needs to move forward. He can pick up some of those cups if he wants to, I suppose. But he's needing to take some time. Maybe to figure out, you know, the mistakes, you know, how did he end up shipwrecked? How did he end up here? What's he going to take with him that's going to help him do things maybe differently into his future, right? And again, and we've got the star here. You know, she's got 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Again, just kind of one underneath the cosmos, and it's like as above, so below. So I really think you are doing some karmic healing here. Something's up there. Something is happening kind of astrologically in this picture. It's kind of like this was going to happen. It's just for you to trust and find your balance and find maybe some way of accepting that, you know, some things we won't ever understand, but we can understand that there is a purpose for everything. There's a lotus at the bottom. You know, no mud, no lotus, right? Bottom of the deck for your first, oh, I'm so sorry. So, possible outcome. Okay, so you got 1 pentacle. It's coming in. Maybe someone's bringing you an offer, an opportunity, or you have something that you can use to seed or fund or start off on this next phase. It's going to go as fast as molasses. But it's going to go, and it's going to go well because you're not rushing in. You're taking your time. You're making the right, you're taking the right steps so that it, like it said, very practical plan, full moon in Taurus, and this often I think is Taurus. You know, they don't rush into anything. They're kind of slow and prodding, but they're very methodical and hardworking, and they do what it takes. Doesn't matter how long it takes, they're going to do it. What are they going to do? The work. They're going to focus on what is it I'm planning to create, and I'm going to focus. My focus is going to be on doing that work. And it could be physical work, it could be mental work, it could be spiritual work. This is, a general reading is what it is. Bottom of the deck here is 10 of Wands, an ending and a new beginning all at the same time. He's willing to carry these as far as he needs to. It can feel very heavy. Maybe on one hand, you've been carrying something that's too heavy and it's time to let it go. Well, at the same time, you're going to pick up another burden and say, no, but I'm going to go and this other thing is more worth it. If I'm going to be carrying something around, I'm going to carry something that I feel very passionate about. Like I have this new spark, a new idea, a new sense of inspiration, or new truth that is going to take me in a different direction, and I'm willing to go there, right? I'm going to stay focused on what my heart wants. Oops. Okay. All right, and then the oracle cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle you got were Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. Gobble, gobble. Okay. And Owl Spirit. Maybe you need to be, allow a little playfulness, into this process, as heavy as it might be. Take some time out to, again, give gratitude and forgiveness to the, all of the players in the drama, including yourself, including life. And Owl Spirit says, you see clearly now. Okay. And for some reason, I'm going to just read Owl Spirit. Oh, and the bottom of the deck was Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted, okay? Vulture eats death. Vulture turns, it's very scorpionic. Vulture turns, think about it, right? Roadkill, eats it, and it becomes life-affirming and giving to the vulture. So nothing that you have gone through, don't sit here too long. Don't let this feeling be hand-wringing and, too much guilt or shame or anything like that. No. To everything there is a season, and this season has ended. Okay? That's important to know. But let's see. Owl Spirit. Such a beautiful owl. 43, and that's a 7. I love it. So lots of potential here. Owl Spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitivities are turbocharged, and you are receiving messages from all directions. Owl Spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what is invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive. With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job Whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. Protection message. Are you feeling overwhelmed and overpowered by all that you are sensing? Are you highly sensitive right now, and is information overload, feeling too much and taking in too much stimulation? The antidote for overwhelm is to become grounded and return to your safe nest so wisdom can offer you clarity and guide you on managing the flow. Take a break to ground yourself in the reality of your everyday senses. Go for a walk in nature, right? So we're focusing on healing, nature. Okay. Perhaps you can stop to lie on the ground or hug a tree or just stroll down the street beneath the soothing sky so that you can regroup and clear your energy field. Your wisdom and ability to make sense of all you are feeling and experiencing will return as Al's spirit reminds you of your need to get clear. Exactly. Perfect. Leo, be well. Thank you for being here, and see you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, wait. Is this going? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Virgo. Okay. Oh, Lord. I just got really excited about this reading. Okay, so Virgo, for Moonology deck. Ooh, baby, did you hit the jackpot? All these cards flew out. So the first one, have faith in your dreams. Okay. Absolutely. Look at how cute. It's the beginning, right? But look at that. There's a butterfly and there's two little bumblebees there. Bees, right? So bees are not supposed to be able to fly, right? That's what they say physically, and they can. So believe in your dreams. Don't even give it a second thought. If you're dreaming about it and you decide you want to build it, they will come. Follow that. You know why? Because you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You are at your full ripe self, and it's coming out all over here, so we'll see more about that. But 100% Virgo, you are good enough. If you are thinking about something, if you're dreaming about something, if you want something, know that you are worthy. Not only to create it, but to do the work, but that what you do will come back towards you. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay? You and your loved ones are safe. So about your family, if you have any concerns about your family, should you kind of branch out or do something different, or maybe you're just concerned about, family members with everything that's going on in the world, just know that you are safe. And I probably, because that one's kind of the most kind of nebulous, I'll probably read that one since we just entered Cancer. Let's read from the book with just this one. But all these messages apply, and your commitment is being tested. So you have to show the work. You know that, Virgo. You bring order to chaos. So, and you are the creator. You are creative, and you just have to stick with whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? And yeah, I was gonna say there is some kind of slow moving energy here, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. I've learned, I'm a Virgo, on the cusp of Libra, so it's a little dicey sometimes, but or hopefully or if you don't, this is something to learn. The work oftentimes is the thing. The work is the path. The work is the thing. It's not the end game. So, ask yourself your why. So why would I want to create XYZ, or why would I want XYZ in my life? What is my why? What is my purpose? Check out my North Node readings and find out what your North Node is, and recognize that no matter what it is you want to create, if you know your why, there's nothing that can stop you. So just do it. I have like, what, 30 subscribers, I think. And the person that influences, or one of the people that influences me, and I took a class from, she said that you're not going to get like a lot of people watching you, but you just do it. And I learned that in grad school, becoming a counselor. Like you don't play one, like you do it. There is no try, only do. So do it. And it doesn't matter, right? So just do the work. Okay. Wow. Soapbox is over. But I just feel very passionate about it because I'm so relating to this so much. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. And interestingly, the bottom of the deck, the final card at the bottom of the Rider-Waite deck, was your Aquarius card. So you're doing the healing that you need to do in order to feel the strength and feel the empowerment to just kind of come out and show people, who are you? Good, bad, indifferent, weird, funky, just bring it. You would be surprised at how many people will appreciate you just kind of coming out, flaws and all, because you allow them then to do that, right? And doing this was scary AF, and it is still sometimes, but the more I do it, the less I feel sort of that I need to ask permission for it or apologize for it. It's part of who I am and part of who I always have been, but I was so afraid, and I'm sure that has a lot of karmic stuff to do with it. But anyway, okay, so yeah, and under that, work through your fears. So got a little theme here, Virgo, and I know I do have some Virgo watchers out there. So what was I gonna do? Oh, you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Which I believe is where we are, right? Yes. I was on my walk and I meditate on my walk today, and I don't know why this song came up. I heard off in the distance a country music song, and then suddenly, like as I was doing some like meditating, I heard I'm a survivor, keep on surviving. Anyway, that just popped back in my head again, so I have to say it. I'll post the lyrics to that song. Again, I don't know them. I just get snippets. But maybe that'll give you some extra information. Okay, you and your loved ones are safe. There's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your life, in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. All of that's in these cards too. It's crazy. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. Attuned to the moon, make sure you put your family first. Additional meanings for this card: let someone get a bit closer to you. Crazy. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. It's time to renew your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers. The full moon in Cancer can be a super emotional time. The moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her 2 home signs along with Taurus. So whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor. It's especially positive for family members. Okay, so great. All right, so what is this about, right? Okay, I asked what the situation was, and out flew the world. Okay, you're done. You're done. It's time to level up in every single way. Like you're done. You're done. You're done. You have completed a very important cycle of your life. You've done the work. The struggle of whatever it was that you were struggling through and have been struggling through, it's done. Saturn is over here in the background, so to me, this is very much about, of course, you know, we have our struggles through life, but we have other spiritual struggles, right? Like, I'm doing my North Node readings, and that is about kind of healing that South Node stuff and getting on that, you know, train for your North Node and, you know, working. What am I supposed to be learning? What am I supposed to be integrating from my past life and healing from my past life to become my most enlightened self? And I feel like that's what this is really saying to you. Like, whatever it is now, you've done it, you've done the work. Let's go. Don't worry about it. Okay. What to focus on or set your intentions on. Okay, got the Devil with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I saw the Devil, and I went through and I got all my Rider-Waite cards, and then I came back and got the clarifiers from the Cosmic Tarot deck. All right, so I was like, this could go a lot of different ways. Generally, I say this can be about toxic relationships or toxic behaviors, addictions, you know, kind of feeling that you are trapped or don't have sort of control in your life in some way. On the other hand, it is the card of Capricorn, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Capricorn is the master builder. Capricorn and Saturn are the fathers of the zodiac as well. So when the clarifier came out, and again, this is a general reading, so you guys make this make sense for yourselves and interpret the cards. It's for yourself. That's one of the reasons why I hold these up, so that you can get kind of use your own intuition if you want to, and add to whatever kind of I have to say. But for me, this is about setting your intentions for what it is you want to build. And you want to build and create your 10 of Pentacles, your coin, your actual, there's a feeling of abundance, right? But then there's actual wealth. And you want to work on building your wealth as a master builder. What is that going to look like? What is that going to require? If it requires letting go of toxic people, situations, beliefs, patterns, sex, drugs, rock and roll, whatever it is, then it's time to do that, to start working towards clearing, that out. Me, hello, tequila, hello, chips and salsa. Yeah, what are you gonna do? So we want to kind of clear that out, and remember, you are capable and worthy and ready to create your dreams. Okay, so you're gonna set those intentions. action step to take. Again, like I'm saying, you've got the world, completion, right? 10 of Pentacles, completion, new beginning, completion, new beginning. It's like, yay, everything. Okay, 10 of Cups, emotions, fulfillment, joy, all the kids and the happiness that I can stand. Family. Okay, alongside 4 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. So earlier in the Moon, whichever one I chose, the Cancer, New Moon in Cancer card said, you know, kind of like you got to focus on family and open up. And a new relationship might be coming into your life, or it may be time to kind of revitalize the relationship that you have with, you know, the most important people in your family. Sometimes when we're doing our work and going through like all of the Saturn stuff, relationships and life gets hard and tough, and we start to maybe not believe that we are, what was that card? What did that say? Oh, good enough. And we may kind of hold on too tight to our boundaries or get closed off, or, you know, so insulated. And at the same time, which this card can represent, right? But at the same time, I see this card as one of holding on to and being grateful for what you do have, right? Like there's more to go here. There's more to build. He's trying to get to the 10 of Cups or 10 of Pentacles. So there's more here, but he's very, very grateful. You know, he's not playing around with those four of coins. He's not juggling them. He's like, how am I going to build these? And I am grateful for what I have, and I don't want to lose it. So you kind of have to figure that out, you know, for yourself. But I do think it is, you're going to take this and you may be moving towards something right now that feels like I'm moving very slowly. I'm trying to build something, or maybe I want to offer something to someone involving, you know, money or something very concrete. Maybe we work together, we build something together. Like it said something about collaborating, but it's going to be, you know, kind of like it's an initial step, and this one is slow moving, practical, well thought out, not impulsive, not moving too quickly, remembering if it's a relationship, you know, remember how to hold your boundaries, how to set your boundaries, so that you are moving into healthier relationships or situations, ones that are not toxic, ones that are based in all that you have learned and built for yourself. Okay. And the clarifiers are 3 of Pentacles. So once again, working in collaboration, and maybe a little bit of internal conflict, or if you are working with someone, or kind of trying to figure out like the plan or the details. Sometimes the 5 of Wands, as you're kind of shifting and moving and changing, you know, there'll be sort of this period of back and forth. Like, well, have you thought about that? And what about this? But I can't do this. Yeah, but I kind of need you to do that, right? Like you just kind of going back and forth, or no, you know, and then you're going to be working that out. Okay. Going to work out all the details, all the plans. It may be a little bit of internal conflict, but it's not, I don't think for this card it's about internal conflict. I think this is about working it out in collaboration with someone else. It may be that you are starting a relationship or have met someone or are about to meet someone, and then because of the situation in both of your lives, you're going to have to work out the deets. Like, how could this work? Like, I don't know, in my life, like, you're the governor of, New York, and you're my TV boyfriend, and you don't even know me. So how are we going to work that out? Okay. Wow. I went from being very tired when I started this recording to being very goofy. It must be, yeah, goofiness. Okay. So, the possible outcome. Okay. Something coming in very quickly. Okay. Someone or something. This big wand coming in very quickly. I mean, he's rushing towards the center here. So it could be you, it could be someone else. Clarified by the Ace of Cups. That's love, baby. Unconditional love. Maybe sent by Spirit. Not that you had to earn this ever, but sometimes we think we do, but you've done all the work that you need to, that it may feel like, and we are in a solar eclipse, or we had a solar eclipse. I don't know when was it today? Tomorrow? I'm not sure. But this is why I'm doing these readings, because the energy is so potent, and things can happen very quickly, okay? But again, just because Lance romance potentially, or an offer of something else comes in very quickly, you are deserving of it, whatever it is, but just make sure that you are working out all of the details and moving slowly as you figure this out. Don't lose sight, get so excited and out of control. Remember everything that you have learned on your journey here, right? Okay. Panther Spirit was at the bottom of the deck of the Animal Spirit Oracle cards. Remember your power. No. Reclaim your power. You already have. And the Ant Spirit. Once again, you are the third sign to get this. Time to collaborate. Time to collaborate. Number 1, new beginning, all new. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership with others as part of a community or tribe. Maybe you are trying to find your tribe or a new community, or moving, like that card said. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality with others and with Spirit. Remember that the world around you can easily seduce you if you don't have some sort of practice or discipline like meditation to keep you on track as you build the life you desire, right? This kind of space right here. Connecting with others and having accountability partners can be very helpful, collaborating here. It's unlikely that everyone will fall asleep at the same time. The other message Ant Spirit holds is that you are now at an auspicious time to ask for help and receive it, whether you need help assembling a team, finding a new tribe, or requesting assistance from others who are there for you. Everything is working to support you right now. I'm going to go ahead and read the protection message. Do you really believe that you have to do everything yourself? Do you believe that somehow any help you get will be disappointing or not good enough? Perhaps it is time to address your issues of control and bias toward the negative. right? So remember, all these cards, they don't have one message. All energy exists on this continuum of the positive or the negative. So while this can be boundaries and holding on too tight, right, it also can be gratitude and maintaining boundaries for what you do have and respecting yourself enough to protect, all that is yours. But if, okay, perhaps it's time to address your issues of control and bias toward the negative. It doesn't matter where or why you came to be pessimistic or mistrustful. The fact that Ant Spirit is showing up now is a sign that you have an opportunity to heal and to relearn to trust that others will show up for you in a genuine way. Ant Spirit wants you to remember that your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. Spirit wants to help you and will send collaborative partners your way. It's time to see the universe as conscious and connected, loving and helpful, but you must participate in this activity of co-creation. Creating reality is not about just dreaming. If you are feeling orphaned from community, reach out and communicate. If you feel vulnerable, know that being present in your vulnerability can help you draw in someone who wants to assist you. Trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. Then you will see the miracles waiting for you, including partners who appear ready to lend a hand. So that's awesome. So if it isn't an actual being to partner up with, your spirit is here for sure. Okay? For sure. Helping you. And yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else except for be well. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Hi, Leo. Libra. Mercury. You're so funny. Okay, Mercury retrograde. All right. Wow, I just don't even know what to say about the cards that came out. So we're just gonna go nice and slow and take our time and kind of try to figure out what exactly is going on here. The moon card that came out was it's time to release negativity, and then the bottom of the deck, which is full moon in Scorpio, and the bottom of the deck here is new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. Based on one of these other cards that came out, I feel like maybe you have known this for a long time. It's time to take action towards something. And you just haven't. It's like you have to have like one more shot, one more try, one more, well, you'll see here. But let's see what's going on here. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. If you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless, right? It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. That's kind of what I'm initially thinking with these cards, but I don't know. And okay. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. For some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Your sex life can improve now. It's exactly crazy. If you make an effort, use your magic, you have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. Attuned to the moon emote, it's all better out than in. Additional meanings for this card. It's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You are right to have your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. The end of an argument. Again, this is a general reading, so take what works for you. What doesn't is not meant for you. You can always contact me for your own personal reading. I will try to go through different possible scenarios as much as I kind of can. But I do want to get through these. The full moon in Scorpio has a sting in its tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It can also be a time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow self may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your time to do it. Yeah, so let's dig in. So I say, what's this all about? There's a brand new opportunity to manifest something, okay? What is it that you want to create? Is it a business? Is it a relationship? Is it, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's brand new. And it's like a gift, just kind of shows up, right? Interestingly, so this is Ace of Pentacles. Then I asked for clarifier. And you got the Ace of Cups with the Three of Wands. So if what you want to create has to do with love, you must take time to set your intentions and to believe that whatever it is that you are sending out there into the world, in your thoughts or in your deed, will come back to you. But please, dear God in heaven, fill your cup first. Love yourself first, because you will not bring in a relationship that is good for you, that feels good to you, that is this energy, unless you already are this energy. So be very clear in what you are pulling down, like through your chakras and in your, I mean, it's energy, right? What is it you want to create? Okay. Set your intentions on what? The Lovers. Okay, this is about making a choice in partnership. Again, what kind of a partnership are you trying to create? Do you want a business partnership? Are you a lover who is capable of being in a loving, healthy relationship? Do you want a casual thing? Do you want a sexual thing? Do you want like true love, like a soulmate relationship? Whatever it is, you want to focus on and set your intentions on a balanced, assertive, giving and receiving type of a dynamic. Okay? Set your intentions on, being in balance yourself, I guess. So these are clarifiers, and I just want to say, I initially when they came out, I was like, oh, is there a kind of someone missing someone? Is someone kind of choosing or deciding between maybe a couple of different options? Is someone trying to figure out how they're going to leave or what they're going to say in order to leave? Because this card here is a card of you know, there are still some cups up here, but there's a shipwreck behind me and there is loss. And I need to accept that and grieve and do what I need to do to grieve it. But the winds of change are behind me. They're a blowing. And I've got everything I need. I've got shoes on my feet. I got my jeans on my butt. I got my jacket and my turtleneck. I'm fine. I will weather this storm, but I do need time to grieve and think about it. And this guy's like, oh, you know, I gotta walk gently. I've got to stay in balance. I've got to make sure that I'm sure in my step, whatever step I'm taking, right? Because he ends up leaving and moving towards his something more fulfilling. And does she look like she's waffling? Young air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Just wearing like a little Aquarian air disc on her. I don't know. She looks like a badass. And when I'm telling you, she's young. She's not going to be diplomatic. She's going to be hardcore in whatever it is that she says. And I think she's going to be pretty freaking clear, and she needs to be. That's the intention that you have to set. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to do what I need to do to grieve and understand that I do need to move on. But I got to be clear in thought and in word. And not, cutting, but it looks like there's a choice that needs to be made. Okay? Action step. Let it die already. How dead does this person need to be? If you will just let it die, then the sun will come up tomorrow, right? I just got that. Take this sword, because we heard earlier, maybe you're worrying. That would be the 9 of Swords. And then the 9 of Swords is worry. I'm up all night. I'm thinking about this all day long. I can't get any rest. I can't get away from it. I don't know what to do, It's worry. Take your clarity and stick it in the back of whatever this thing that has been cooked, killed, and done forever already. It doesn't take 10 swords. Stick it in there. Call it a day. Right? Whatever that looks like. I'm not saying I'm not telling anybody what to do. But something needs to end. Maybe it's a dynamic. Maybe it doesn't have to be the relationship or a partnership, but something needs to end. And you can't swirl around in anxiety, worry, resentment, fear, or vindictiveness, which can be this card. He's very passionate. And maybe this is what you want to bring in. Right? Like if you'll just let this, again, this could just be like some kind of a dynamic in your relationship. For some reason, I just don't like him. I don't like that card. I don't like his gaze, and I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's just a Scorpio, what are you going to do? But an immature Scorpio energy is just, no. They're just too intense, mean, and vindictive, jealous, possessive, Obsessive. That shit has to end. Whoever I'm talking to. You know why? Because if you don't end it, it's going to end anyway. Somehow, some way. And maybe, like the card said, maybe you, no, what was that? I might be getting readings mixed up. Okay, I don't want to say that. So then we have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles for the outcome. Again, focus, set your intention, hold your boundaries, make sure you are protecting your queen, your money. The Queen of Cups is very focused on what, she's a very nurturing person, right? She's very feeling. She's in all of her feels. She's definitely on the, a Cancer. So we've got that Cancer. We just entered the Cancer season. So I don't know. So when I'm looking over here, she is like staring at this, at her intention through her cup. What choice am I going to make? Because I want this, and it's here for me. And so is this. After a while, if we are not living on there are many ways that the Tower can come in, okay? Sometimes the Tower, it doesn't feel good. It feels like my whole world has been turned upside down and I have no idea. Like, I can't, how do you rebuild? How do you, like, it's a free fall, right? And it's not positive. But other times it's kind of like a kick in the pants. Like, look, you've got this here and you're still dilly-dallying. Let me help you. So, okay, up to you. Crow Spirit, co-create with Spirit. Get in touch with your intuition, your meditations, your prayers. Recognize if you are sensing something is around, about to happen, is happening, is not okay. Spirit, God does not want that for you. Pay attention to the phases, patterns, your wisdom, your higher self. Other people, you might hear other people saying things over and over again. You might keep coming across the same message over and over again in a different way. Pay attention. And the Vulture Spirit at the bottom of the deck, nothing is wasted. Nothing you have gone through is for nothing, right? You learned something along the way. It's okay for something to die because new life can come out of that, right? The vulture eats the roadkill. The vulture sustains its own life and its in life by eating death. Okay, so that's here. But I'm going to read Crow Spirit. Oh, and the two bottom of the decks here were King of Swords, you know, just, fairness, practical plan, enlightened leader, wise person through his experiences, truth teller, Libra, Queen of Pentacles, Virgo energy. She's going to build something. She's grateful. She's queen. She knows she can. As you look around you, can you sense the magic that pulses through the world? Have you witnessed how every thought can become a thing? How every intention can call the universe into action as the sacred laws shape what you experience. The universe works in perfect order. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with spirit, you will want to crow with delight, feeling the excitement and wonder of being in harmony with something much larger than yourself. Crow Spirit says you are right on target now to see your dreams magically come into being in the visible world. The law of abundance, compensation, frequency, and praise are operating in your favor now. Did I say that right? Remember to be grateful and praise what is yours, even if it is still coalescing into form, still residing in the invisible realms of co-creation. No matter what area of your life you're concerned with now, what you hope for is on its way, for Spirit is your co-creation partner. Protection message. Crow Spirit wants to know why you think there is no magic in the world. Okay, I did say that. It's time to release negativity. Or do you believe that there once was, but it ran out, leaving nothing but ordinariness? Although conditions have become challenging, you have no reason to believe that everything you've set an intention for will elude you. Right now, the outer world is shifting. Can you feel it? Maybe you are fretting about experiencing the results of some of your poor choices or judgments from the past. Wow. Yes. Crow Spirit is here to remind you that you can always course correct and get back on track. Maybe you've been hit by a loss or disappointment as a result of an event that had absolutely nothing to do with your manifesting, yet it has shaken you to your core. Crow Spirit asks you to trust that no matter the temporary conditions, things will right themselves very soon. The law of balance makes it inevitable that this too shall pass. Okay? Libra, be well. You deserve happiness. You deserve all the good. All the good. Believe it. Okay? Be well. See you soon. Okay, Scorpio. Well, your Moonology card that came out is a full moon in Aries, and it says a fiery climax approaches. And at the bottom of the deck is expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. So we actually have a solar eclipse. New moon. So is that the same thing? I can't read to get into your reading. Looks interesting. Okay, a full moon in full moon in Aries, fiery climax, and expect powerful change. Well, that's you, Scorpio. Could we expect anything less during a time such as this that we are in? I don't think so. It's time to see if you've been a little too much me. there's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created this situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Be kind, be nice, smile, be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace and don't be a baby. You need to have more fun. These are out of here, okay? I'm not saying. The full moon in Aries is a super fiery time when emotions can run very high. On the upside, there's excitement about what might lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare with rash comments or decisions. No matter when you pull this card, it signals that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you have been too competitive or too blunt. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm going to read Expect Powerful Change as well. New Moon Eclipse. Okay. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride. The events now could be even jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead you somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason you'll appreciate later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. Okay, I see that. You're being put back on the right path. There's nothing to fear. Attuned to the moon, never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Additional meanings for this card, yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. There is an important turning point in your life. The new moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Interesting. Let's see what happens when I start reading these cards, because initially, kind of wasn't the sense I was getting, but okay, so what is this situation about? I asked. Judgment, okay, and Ten of Pentacles. So it could be a judgment around money, family money, kind of something that you've built up that has to do with money, business, or it could maybe be like a rebirth of that. Scorpio. You know what? I have a feeling that you're not supposed to be 100% in the clear. Like for your own journey and your own sense of empowerment and purpose that sometimes you just have to trust minute by minute, like the new energy that's coming in, because kind of what I read wasn't for me driving here. It's just, I don't know. I'm just going to tell you what I'm thinking. Okay. So then to clarify those two cards, what I just said, you got the Two of Swords, sitting there at night under the moon, contemplating. And then the World card. So something is coming to a completion. And I feel like you are in the driver's, well, I don't feel, you are in the driver's seat with this in a very real way. It's kind of like coming to a fork in the road, maybe even coming to a fork in the road and needing to really go within and use all your scorpionic depth and understanding and sensitivities to kind of what is going on around you. I guess that did say that. It's like, what do you want? What are you going to choose? I don't think either one is like the right one necessarily. It's more about you going within and figuring out what is the right one for you. For your most authentic self in this moment, in this energy field that we have. Like, what just feels like with your spidey senses? Like, I gotta go here. I've got to choose this. I've got to do that. And it might not make sense to anyone else, but this is my path. This is my journey. This is my leveling up in what and how I want my world to look. And I'm being given, kind of an opportunity right now to kind of have a reset. And I don't know. So focus on what to focus on. These two cards came out. The High Priestess, right? It's intuition, but also kind of like what lies beneath, what lies behind, what's hidden, what's the mystery, what do I know I can't know? And because I know I can't know certain things, and I know there's a mystery in life, I have to trust in my intuition to move with my, like I just said, my spidey senses the best that I can from my highest self based on everything that I've gone through, based on my journey, but most importantly for you, Scorpio, for what you're just kind of like sensing. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Is that Phil Collins? I'll look it up. Right? So when you figure that out, you move. You're going to walk away. You're going to walk towards something else. But what is it? I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know, but you sense it. So focus on trusting that your intuition will guide you, is with you, is leading you, is pulling you. Like this moon, like, is looking right over this person. And for me, that's an eclipse card too. So it may hurt, it may feel puzzling, it may not make sense to other people because there's still plenty of here enough to be enjoyed here. It's enough, but it's not enough. It's not completely fulfilling, and you're moving towards something that's more fulfilling, and it's time. Just the whole world's going through this, right? Why not you? The bottom of the deck is the Hermit and the Queen of Wands. So you've got to go to that mountain and you've got to sit and contemplate your life, contemplate your beliefs, your shifts, your shadows, your the meaning of life. And when you come to some sort of resolution, at least for yourself for right now, then you take that action, that confident action step. Yeah. Bottom of the deck again, right? Like he's defending himself. There may be people, like I said, that aren't going to understand. They're not going to necessarily be supportive of you, but you remain up above and trust. This is your life. This is your journey. You don't have anything to defend, but you will defend in your own way your right to move through your life and move in a new direction if you need to, like the Fool. The Fool goes with his senses. Okay? But what is going to make you happy? You're going to be navigating this very slowly, intently, balancing out all of the pros and the cons. And again, he's got like one hand on his heart. He's really trying to tune in, right? He's really trying to, kind of resist duality and just not make judgments on anything, just feel his way. Okay. Steps to take. Action steps. Okay, move quickly into a place of it's just a less chaotic space. It's a more balanced space, and again, you may feel like you don't have all the facts, you don't have everything that you need to know about how this is all going to work or play out, but you're willing to trust your senses and move into that next place because you feel it passionately. You feel you want to move, right? You want to move into something that provides you with more like of a sense of groundedness and security, and like that very nurturing abundant. Again, that's abundance for me is not about wealth necessarily, although you did get wealth up here, but it's about just that pure sense of gratitude for everything that you do have, and just an understanding that you are in abundance with everything that you have, whatever it is, right? It's just a feeling. And, you know, I always say that sense of, that feeling of abundance and gratitude builds on itself and brings in more, right? I mean, for me, she's very close to the Empress energy. Very at peace with what she has around her, and you are wanting to move into that space, I think. In the outcome, you know, doing the work. You're willing to, you know, practice. If you're going to change jobs, you're going to maybe you're going to move somewhere else. Like, I don't know, maybe you're moving. Maybe you have to start over in something, but whatever it is, you're willing to do the work, and you are going to do the work, and the work is going to be the thing, the process is important to you. And it may, well, yeah, doesn't it say something about something swiftly? Expect powerful change, whatever I read is swiftly. You know, once you decide, or maybe you won't decide, maybe it'll be decided for you, but the shift and the change is going to come quickly. And you maybe, you know, now we've got another Earth energy where she's building, she's, you know, very Taurian, she's connected to the Earth. So maybe you're moving like someplace a little bit more out in the country, or kind of it's just a different place or space or environment or sense that you've been in before. Whatever this movement is, that you're going to create. And it looks like it is within Cancer. Maybe it's within Cancer season. Okay, so I'm getting tired. I'm starting to float away. So I'm going to finish up here, read your Animal Spirit Oracle cards at the bottom of the deck with Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Okay? Infinite possibilities. I think you just don't necessarily know. And like I said, 4,025 times during this portion of your reading, you're going to have to trust your spidey senses. When I see the starfish, it's a sensitive, sensing creature, right, as well. Yeah. But the card that came out was Otter Spirit. You are never alone. So whatever it is that you need to do, if you're afraid of making that move because you feel like you're going to upend everything or be alone, or it's just scary, just remember, like, you never are alone. Spirit is with you, looking over you. Where's that moon? Yeah, the moon looking over you, right? And maybe that's something that you're kind of cluing into right now. Like true friends, otters, aw, I didn't even know there was two of them there. They're forming a little heart. So cute. Otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs, just had a heart attack that I wasn't recording, offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. Outer Spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures, and your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Outer Spirit's message is that presence matters, so remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Now is a time for a joyful celebration of the love in your life that expresses a friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full attention, saying, I care, you matter. Make time for friendship. Outer Spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone, and you are always loved. So maybe this is a resurrection of, a relationship or family dynamics, and you're trying to kind of work, that out. Have you been channeling all your protection message? Have you been channeling all your affection to just one person or counting on only one friend or individual to hold you up, heedless of your resources all around you? You deserve support and love from many people, and when Outer Spirit arrives, you are reminded that you have a community. Somewhere is another friend who wants to experience the joy of giving to you and seeing your happiness as you receive their gift of attention, affection, and kindness. Outer Spirit wants you to open your eyes to see that love is available to you from all directions. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Reach out to someone and you will see that they want to hold your hand as much as you want to hold theirs. Love, support, and friendship are available to you, so connect with community and friends. Okay, Scorpio, be well, take care, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.